Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services.
Great. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, it's my pleasure to rise as we recognize the first week of November as Crime Prevention Week in Ontario. This is a week when we focus on the things that all Ontarians can do to help prevent crime in their communities. It's also a time to showcase local initiatives that have helped to prevent and reduce crime in the province and enhance community safety and well-being. We celebrate the people who work tirelessly to prevent crime and keep their communities safe. Ontario remains, Speaker, one of the safest jurisdictions in North America. Since 2003, Ontario's police reported crime rate has dropped by 34%, and Ontario's violent crime rate dropped by 27%. In fact, Speaker, Ontario has had the lowest crime rate of any province and territory every year since 2005. Ontario's police services are often at the forefront of these crime prevention efforts. We are enormously grateful to them for that. But crime prevention involves more than the police alone. It involves all members of the community, including parents, educators, social service providers, police, correctional services staff, and healthcare workers. Everyone needs to work together to identify those issues that could have an impact on the incidence of crime and intervene to prevent it. I want to take this opportunity, Speaker, to pay tribute to all those community members and organizations right across this province who are working hard to prevent crime in our communities. Their work involves identifying the most vulnerable and at-risk people in the community and providing the services they need to help them avoid becoming victims of crime or perpetrators of crime. These principles of effectiveness, community, and collaboration are at the heart of the strategy for a safer Ontario that the government is now developing. Ontario's strategy for a safer Ontario is about finding smarter and better ways to do things and applying evidence-based policies to improve outcomes. Our government knows that building safer, stronger communities is the foundation on which we build a safer, stronger Ontario. And that when communities plan together and work together, they achieve better results for residents. These same values of collaboration and cooperation will be at the center of our effective, sustainable, and community-based model for policing in the 21st century. And they will guide us as we rewrite Ontario's policing framework to reflect the priorities and realities of the 21st century to ensure we continue to build even safer communities and a stronger province. Speaker, tomorrow I will be speaking to a group of middle school students at St. Simon Stock Catholic School at the launch of Pink is the New Blue anti-bullying campaign. It's one of the critical efforts being organized to help kids deal with bullying, one of the greatest threats to the safety and well-being of our kids today. Initiatives like this to protect the most vulnerable are critical to preventing crime and ensuring community safety and well-being, and represent the kind of proactive, evidence-based community safety planning we want to encourage across the province. We must continue our efforts to strengthen partnerships, invest in our people, and create opportunities to prevent crime and promote safe and healthy communities. Speaker, $1 invested now in crime prevention and early intervention avoids $7 spent on prosecution, incarceration, and other associated costs in the future. It is this idea of proactive intervention and multi-sectoral collaboration that is behind the situation table model and a range of other community safety and well-being initiatives which are being created around our province. Speaker, these projects bring police and social service providers together to work collaboratively and rapidly mobilize services that will reduce risks and that could lead to victimization or harm. These models show new ways of sharing information across the social sphere between cultural, religious, community, and healthcare groups, providing opportunities for early intervention that help prevent crimes and improve outcomes for local residents and the community. And these models make police services part of a stronger safety net rather than being the entire net themselves. This frees up resources to help solve more crimes and prevent even more from happening in the first place. These are the types of programs, Speaker, we must continue supporting, investing in, and championing, because the only way to truly fight crime is to prevent it from happening in first place. Our government is committed to investing in its people, strengthening our neighborhoods, and building safer, stronger communities right across Ontario. This week, Speaker, I encourage all members to take part in Crime Prevention Week activities in their respective communities and continue to do their part to enhance community safety and well-being, and by extension, crime prevention all across our province. Thank you, Speaker.
Good message.